Manross, who is an outstanding example of what can be done on the local level. Mayor Manross has been mayor of Scottsdale since June of 2000 and is an outstanding advocate for city investments and energy management that save taxpayers dollars. In 2005, Scottsdale became the nation's first city to adopt the goal that all new municipal buildings should be LEED certified at the gold level. She also has encouraged the private development sector to build green as well. In 2005 and in 2006, more than a third of new single-family homes built in Scottsdale have met energy and environmental standards to qualify for green building permits. Her tireless efforts include promoting renewable energy, water conservation, and developing national policies on municipal transportation and much more. I'm pleased to present Mayor Manross with the Energy Efficiency Forum Leadership Award in honor of her dedication to promoting energy efficiency. Please join me in welcoming Scottsdale Mayor Manross.
That's nice. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that honor. It means a lot to me and to my community. What happens with these type of awards is always a little surprising and extraordinary. Our community is well known really for in the area of energy conservation, preservation, a lot of different aspects of sustainable building. However, when an award like this is presented, what it does is it really gets the attention of folks in your community. Now, I have people in Scottsdale. They're educated, they're involved, they know what's going on, they're aware of the programs, some of which you just heard that we've been implementing over the years, and yet all of a sudden they're writing and emailing me and calling me and saying, Mary, I had no idea that Scottsdale was doing all of these things. And we want you to do more. So I want to let the U.S. Energy Association and Johnson Controls know that this forum and really your efforts to recognize folks like me and the other recipients, congratulations by the way, but those of you I met last night, that really does have an impact. It just draws attention to and expresses just how important this work is, what you are all concentrating on. So I want to tell you that it's amazing the instant response that it engenders around my community. So thank you. So in addition to our LEED program that we have for our own buildings, as the first in the nation to do that, I will be encouraging my council soon too on the the LEED EB initiative. To work with the existing buildings. That's going to make a big difference because most of what we have in my city and all our cities are existing structures. And we need to find a way to upgrade those, take a more holistic approach to make those more sustainable. So we're going to be working on that. And one other bit of good news too is I think, like you probably all agree, the fewer regulations and rules and laws the better. You know, I'm not looking to make new laws. So our commercial development community in Scottsdale is really starting to understand the value of building a sustainable built environment. And they're starting to come on board. We have more than 10% of them now that have been building green in our city. And I never miss an opportunity ever to say, hey, to somebody new, this is what you should be doing here in Scottsdale. We're trying to build that kind of ethic, that culture in our community. To us in Scottsdale, the built and the natural environment are incredibly important. So we have all these initiatives for the built environment. We're going to continue working on those. And we also have a real care for the natural environment, which I think will help address the greenhouse climate issue that we're all discussing. We have 1/3 of our city, which is designated within a preserved boundary forever, more than 60 square miles of 180 square miles forever, to be natural open space, never built upon. And we did that for a lot of reasons. We have a beautiful, beautiful mountain chain, mountains right within the city of Scottsdale, with natural, large and small wildlife and running springs up in those mountains. You'd never believe that in the Sonoran Desert. That's really beautiful and extraordinary. And we decided the only way to protect and preserve that is to buy it. because it's just too hard to do it any other way. So we embarked on that in 1995. Then we added the Sonoran Desert component, which is attached to that mountain area in our city, the north and northeast of our city, in our city boundaries. And so for 1/3 of our city will be preserved. And I think that's the best thing we can do. The best thing we can do for the future generations we're talking about is to protect your natural environment and to really build your built environment the right way, because we all know the impacts of that. And I thought it was great just hearing, I will have to share that when I heard the number from the panel a moment ago about the emissions and the pollution, what large percentage of that emanates from the built environment, from the buildings that we're in. It's obviously extraordinary, and so we can have an impact quickly there at the local level. And in Scottsdale, we're going to try to do our part to do that. I'll tell you why it works well in Scottsdale, because our community cares, because we try to show them the connection between what we want to do and the impacts and benefits to them and to the business community. And because we have probably the best staff, in fact, not probably, for sure, the best environmental department and city staff organization in the country. We have a gentleman named Anthony Floyd. He works with Larry Person and Chuck Skidmore, and they and their team do extraordinary things. I don't do it, they all do it. That's the folks in our community. Anthony started our green building program in 1998 in Scottsdale, and it's been going strong, and I think was the first in the nation, and definitely is the best in the nation, and we're always trying to improve on that. You know what, if you don't toot your own horn, nobody else will. And there's so much to be proud of from Scottsdale. So one last thing I want to add too, that maybe, I think I remember Jim Rogers saying maybe one of the solutions to the climate issue was vodka, you know. And I was sitting there I don't even drink vodka, but I was thinking I might want some today because it's kind of cold in here. We got the light issue, we got the temperature issue. So I thought I needed a little bit of vodka this morning. It was an author named Nancy Newell who was writing about the topic of conservation. And she said that her definition was, it really is humanity caring for the future and caring for future generations. Well, sustainability, energy efficiency, that certainly can be defined as caring for the future. That's what we're all about being here. Thank you for this honor for my community. It's not for me, it's for my community and all the wonderful people that help us get it done in Scottsdale and in the Valley. We'll continue to try to do our part. I encourage you to tap the experiences and the energy and interest of communities like Scottsdale. We want to partner, not just with the federal government, but also with industry, all facets of industry and other levels, other municipalities and other levels of government to try to find better energy solutions. Thank you very, very much. It's just an honor to be with all of you. I've learned a lot already. Thank you.